Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm doing my WrestleMania 42 results. I love the show. Personally, I thought it was amazing. I'm going to try to do these very quickly though, because I only have, I think I said this in last week's video as well. My phone, the camera app has this feature where if you're filming videos on it, it'll come up how long you film the video for until you run out of space. So it says 13 minutes and 46 seconds for me right now. So I'm going to try to go through these really quickly. Also because I try to work out every single night. And I'm going to bed in like a half hour. So I don't really have a lot of time to do this video. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Starting with WrestleMania Saturday. So the first match of the night was the Usos versus The Vision, which is Logan Paul and Austin. Actually, it was the Usos and LA Knight versus The Vision, which is Logan Paul and Austin Theory and IShowSpeed. It lasted 7 minutes and 8 seconds, with the Usos and LA Knight winning. And during the match, well, not during the match, but after the match, Logan Paul turned on IShowSpeed and Austin Theory as well. They both turned on IShowSpeed, and the Usos and LA Knight kind of helped IShowSpeed literally demolish Logan Paul and like put him through a table, whatever. And that was nuts. IShowSpeed really surprised me, honestly. I thought he did really well for his first match. Next match was Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. It lasted 14 minutes and 9 seconds with Jacob Fatu winning. And it was an unsanctioned match, by the way. The next match was the Irresistible Forces, which is Nia Jax and Lash Legend, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, the Irresistible Forces, which is Nia Jax and Lash Legend, versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, versus Brie Bella. It was supposed to be the Bella Twins, which is Brie and Nikki Bella, but where Nikki is injured, she actually asked Paige to take her place, so it was Brie Bella and Paige. For the women's tag team titles, it lasted 8 minutes and 33 seconds with Brie Bella and my girl Paige winning. I'm so excited Paige is back. Very happy for them. Next was AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. It lasted 8 minutes and 15 seconds with Becky Lynch winning and becoming the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Next is Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Gunther won in 17 minutes and 52 seconds. Then it was Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan won, and it lasted 6 minutes and 51 seconds, and she is your new Women's World Champion. And the final match of WrestleMania Saturday was Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship. Also, during the show, Bianca Belair announced that her and Montez are expecting their first child together, so that's very exciting. I'm very happy for them. Congratulations. But yeah, Bianca's pregnant. She's apparently 6 months pregnant, so good for her. I'm very happy for them. But yeah, the final match of the night, WrestleMania Saturday, was Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship. It lasted 22 minutes and 44 seconds, with Cody Rhodes winning. And now on to WrestleMania Night 2, which is WrestleMania Sunday. First match of the night was Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. I was kind of right with my prediction for this one. I did predict Oba would win, and sure enough, he did. Oba won. And I did say at first it was going to be a squash match. I will say, though, it did last a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. I thought it was only going to be like 2 minutes. Kind of like Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. That was like, a minute and 16 seconds. So that was nuts. It was longer than I thought it was going to be. But it was still under 5 minutes. So it lasted 4 minutes and 46 seconds. So I guess you could say it was a squash match. Like, literally, I looked at my mom right before the match started, and I was like, I think Oba's going to win, and I think this is going to be a squash match. And sure enough, it was, pretty much. And Oba did win. Next, and apparently Brock Lesnar retired. Like, he hung up his boots. Like, he cried in the ring, and as he was taking off, like, his gloves and his boots and stuff, and I was like, what is going on? Anyway, that was nuts. I'm still surprised. Apparently Brock Lesnar has retired. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, moving on. Next was the 6-pack ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Penta versus Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev versus Rey Mysterio. And it lasted 15 minutes and 8 seconds, with Penta winning and retaining his title. Then it was Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the United States Championship. Trick Williams is your new United States Champion. He won in 7 minutes and 7 seconds. The next match was the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio in a street fight. I didn't say this in last week's video, my predictions it was a street fight, because I didn't know it was a street fight until literally the day of. So, yeah, apparently that was like a last minute addition kind of thing, I think. Anyway, it lasted 10 minutes and 27 seconds with Finn Balor winning, the Demon. No surprise there, honestly. The next match was Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship. It lasted 10 minutes and 8 seconds, with Rhea Ripley becoming your new Women's Champion. And the final match of WrestleMania was Roman Reigns versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. It lasted 33 minutes and 56 seconds, and I believe it was our longest match of the weekend. So, anyway. And Roman Reigns is your new World Heavyweight Champion. So, yeah, it was a really good show. I love how Paige returned. Bianca is pregnant, so like I said, congrats to them. Her and Montez Ford. Also, the segment with John Cena, Kit Wilson, The Miz, and Danhausen and all his little friends was hilarious. I literally enjoyed every second of it. I died at it. But yeah, like I said, I love the show. It was very entertaining, obviously, as it's wrestling, and wrestling to me is always entertaining. But anyway, yeah, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me, and I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye, guys.